Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Calamity Malice Mode playthrough. So, in the last episode we took out Providence and we got a bunch of new upgrades, including a new armor set and all that. And as you may notice, it's now the 1.4 version. The Calamity mod was updated, as I'm sure you know by now, because this will probably be a few weeks after the update. I had a few issues with the mod, but nothing really too major. I think in this episode we're mostly going to focus on, well, either Old Duke or the Devourer of Gods. I'm going to have to re-fight some of the other bosses because, I don't know, there was some issues with the mods, as I said, and so basically the map has all been reset and it assumes that I haven't actually defeated any of these bosses. I did re-fight Providence and I did finally get the Aegis, but that's the only thing that I did fight. I guess I can show you that footage right now. But other than that, I didn't really do anything. I noticed that, well, we're gonna have a few issues now that it's in 1.4. Namely, this, you know, graveyards everywhere, which is kind of annoying. I might just start taking out all these tombstones, or there might be a mod that, like, removes the graveyard effect. I think that'll probably be easier, honestly. We'll see what I do. But without further ado, I guess I'm gonna catch up with some of the mods. I'm gonna fight Poltergeist again, so that we can do the acid rain, so that we can get the Old Duke to spawn, because I'm pretty sure it spawns once you've defeated Poltergeist after the acid rain is done. I think. If that's not the case, then we'll have to farm bloodworms and fight it the good old-fashioned way, which is going to take a lot of time, but that's kind of what we're in for. So I'm going to have a little bit of a compilation of me just killing the next few bosses. And hopefully you can enjoy that. It's not going to be very long, and then we'll start looking at which bosses to take on. Okay. Well, that was like 4 attempts. I guess we're going to try the acid rain and see if Old Duke spawns. Yep, okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure this spawns in the Old Duke. I really don't have high hopes for this fight. We're not doing too bad already. So I think this will definitely be easier than the Devourer of Gods. As long as it doesn't get too much harder. Yeah, this is actually not that bad at all. I mean, our movement speed is more than enough to get out of its way. I still have to practice the whole dodging part, but yeah, it's going pretty well. Half health on the first attempt. And we're dead. But yeah, no, this should be easy, honestly. I don't see it taking more than like 20 attempts. Well, that's being a bit optimistic, but yeah, 20 attempts should be fine. Something like that. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. It's really not been that many more tries. It's been like... Okay, and it's dead. Yeah, let's see. How many tries was that? Really not that many. Doesn't seem to work though, but I think it was about, I don't know, 10 attempts max? 8? Something like that. Let's see our treasure bag, and I think we can get a summoner weapon. I'm not sure exactly what this is. This might be a pet. Oh, it's an equipment. I don't know how good this thing is at all, but I think there's actually an actual summon weapon. It's like a sentry, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and open some treasure bags and we'll see if it's any good. But honestly, that was really easy. Yeah. Nothing much to be said about that fight. I don't know if the summon weapon is gonna help us at all against the Devourer of Gods, but you know, at least it's something. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna start with, well, first of all, taking off all of these. And I guess I'll put this guy here, like that. Here we go, we'll try it out. See what he does. A lot of damage. But I don't know. Is it worth using? I don't really think so, honestly. I mean maybe. I don't know. I think it's better to have our accessories and to rely more on the weapon damage instead of this random summon, but whatever. Let's go on to the next weapon. This thing. I wish we could actually see it. Well, they didn't lie. It is definitely gross looking. I have no idea what this actually does. So, let's see. I've never tried it. Okay, it shoots sharknadoes, or sharkrons. And quite rapidly, honestly. This is pretty intense. I wonder if I used that other armor. I know I said we wouldn't use sentries anymore, but I didn't realize we would be getting something like this. Especially because you can get multiple of them. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's intense. Yeah, no. Let's not try against this guy yet. Not quite ready for that. But this actually seems like a really good turret. Weird as it may seem. And I'm still kind of conflicted on whether or not I should be using it at all. I feel like, for some reason I feel like this would work well against Yeren. So let's see if we even have a chance against Yeren. I have no idea what to expect, really, in terms of how it's going to be in Malice mode. I don't even know if I can spawn it in this arena. I'm not sure if we're in the jungle still. It doesn't really look like it. Okay, here we go. Did they... Oh wow, that's new. I wonder when they're gonna change the Yeren's skin. Or Yeren's sprite, I guess. Because I feel like it hasn't changed in so long. I guess it's kind of nostalgic for people. Also, yeah, we do not stand a single chance. At least not with this arena. I really like the new effects though. I've never seen any of those big, like, energy ball things. Anyways, it looks cool. But I think the Devourer of Gods will be easier. I think that's plain to see. So I guess we'll fight that one at this arena, because it is our biggest arena technically. I might have to get rid of this asphalt wall since we don't really need it anymore. And it's just gonna get in the way. I'm gonna make some extra preparations and then I'll meet you all back at the arena and we'll try this boss. I think this is gonna be a pretty painful one, to be honest. It's notoriously difficult. Okay. I don't know why that was so easy. I've been using the ethereal subjugator, but that was like, I don't know, my fourth attempt, something like that. I'm really used to this fight taking longer, I think. I really thought this was going to be a lot harder. I thought this was going to be like several hours worth of me dying. But we got it past half health. This might not be so hard. I'm going to keep trying it, and I guess I'll update you guys when I've got a bit of progress done. I wish it was easier to get to the arena though, because currently I have to walk all the way every time. I might just set up a little small house, like nothing fancy, just like a box with a bed in it, just to make it more accessible. I think I'll do that actually. That also might have just been very lucky, that attempt. I know how it tends to be with me. I tend to get really lucky on the first few attempts and then struggle to ever get even close to where I was. But we'll see if that's something like that or if this actually won't be too bad. Ah, come on. I mean, that wasn't too bad. But I'm pretty sure it still spawns in the Sentinels at some point. I don't know when that happens. I'm gonna look it up, actually. Okay, I looked it up, and actually, it looks like the Sentinels no longer are a part of the fight, which will make this a lot easier. Which means the end is already in sight. I mean, we have no way of checking exactly how many deaths we have right now, because the mod is kind of not working properly. But I'm guessing somewhere around 50 deaths is where I'm at right now, max. And I think it'll still take like another 50 deaths before I get closer to defeating it. Though we are getting pretty close. I think I'll just skip to whenever I do finally beat it. And then we'll move on to getting a bunch of upgrades. Alright, we finally beat it. It took a bit longer than I thought it would, but it wasn't like crazy long. Of course, I can't really tell how long it was because the mod still doesn't work. But I'm gonna say somewhere around 80 attempts. I think that's a pretty reasonable guess. 80 attempts, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, who knows. Anyways, let's see what we get in the treasure bag. And let me just say there's a lot of upgrades that we're going to be able to make after this. Well, also we're going to be able to use Omega healing potions finally. So that's good. Of course, Cosmolite is the main thing. Oh yes. Many things that we can make. Not this yet, but a lot of summon weapons that are unlocked after this guy is defeated. I believe there's also a summon weapon that we drop, yeah, that he drops directly from the treasure bag, so I'm also gonna get that. We'll see how good that is, and then I'll do some research, and we'll figure out what we can make with the Cosmolite, and, well, also, we're gonna have to probably look at the solar eclipse and all that. I think they get buffed immediately after the Devourer of Gods is defeated, so we can get all the new materials. I know in the past you had to fight Yaren Phase 1. I don't know if that's a thing anymore, so I don't know. I'll do some research and I'll be back. But first we're gonna get this new weapon, hopefully. There it is, okay. That was easy. Alright, let's see if this Mechworm staff is any good. I don't remember using it at all when I used to just mess around with the Calamity mod, but we'll see if it's any good. I don't know. Okay, looks like it's pretty good. We hardly had a chance to see Skeletron at all. Yeah, this'll do good. Plus it shoots lasers, so that's an added bonus. Yeah, this'll do just fine, I think. Plus there's like, I don't know, I think there's quite a few other weapons that we can get. This'll definitely help deal with the solar eclipse and the pumpkin moon and frost moon events. Anyways, I'm gonna look up the stuff, and as I said, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I didn't realize actually just how many things there were that we could make. We can now make 11 upgrades, basically, to armor and accessories and weapons. So I think, honestly, it's just gonna be easier if I just make everything, and then we all try it out in one go. There's a lot to look forward to, and I don't really want to just stretch it all out. So I think I'll just skip to the part when I have everything, and I'll see you all in a bit. Alright, so I've got everything here finally. Yeah, it didn't take that long, honestly, because we pretty much had everything. I did have to do a bit of researching for the pole warper, but aside from that, it was pretty easy. I think I'm going to start with the armor set, first of all. I've never tried this one, but the set bonus gives us a bunch of life regen, so that's going to help a lot. I think we'll just go through these accessories now. We're going to obviously use the Nucleogenesis for sure, because that gives us a bunch more summon slots. We're going to need the upgrade to our boots, which is going to be very helpful. There's a dashing accessory. There's a potion cooldown accessory, and also more immune time and all that. We've got the Core of the Blood God, which basically just boosts our life, and also reduces enemy contact damage. So it's going to be good against Yaren for sure. And finally we've got the Sponge, which is just overall more defense, more survivability. We're going to be a lot stronger now. We've got 275 defense as it is. That's without any of these buffs, so we're looking good already. And now we've got 5 new weapons to try, this has honestly been one of the biggest upgrades that we've done in a while. We'll try the Cosmic Viper engine first. This is the upgrade to the Plague engine, which we had used a while back. Except this one doesn't use bullets as ammo, it doesn't use any ammo, so that's gonna be good. I think we'll try it out against Golem. We're not gonna use Skeletron Prime anymore. I think Golem will be a good target. Yeah, and I mean, it seems to be dealing pretty good damage. I should probably try out the Staff of the Mech Worm against Golem, just so we have a good comparison. But yeah, that took it out pretty easily. Honestly, okay, yeah, the Mech Worm seems to be a lot stronger than the Viper Engine. Like, several times stronger, so I guess the Viper Engine's not that good. Too bad, because its previous upgrade was pretty good, since you could put any ammo you wanted in it. This one's just not quite as good, so whatever. I guess we'll go for Saros' Possession. This is an upgrade to Sirius, that one weapon that hovers above your head. So let's see what it does. Consumes all the remaining minion slots on use, must be used from the hotbar. Gain absolute control over light itself. So here we go. This is at max capacity, using all the minion slots. Let's try it out on Golem, I guess. It's definitely better than the Cosmic Viper engine, but I don't think it's actually better than the Staff of Mechworm, which is kind of unfortunate. But, yeah. Okay, let's try the Endo Hydra, which summons a frigid entity with a head. If the entity already exists, using this item again will cause it to gain more heads. So, I guess we'll just put as many as we can, which is quite a few. And we'll try it out. Okay, so they shoot lasers. And once again, it's still slower than the Staff of Mechworm, from what I can tell. So that's unfortunate, once again. Hopefully one of these weapons will win over it. So we've got the Corvid Harbinger, I don't know how to pronounce that, staff, which summons a powerful raven, which teleports and dashes. Well, in terms of damage, once again, does not seem to be dealing better than the mech staff. Might be the worst one yet, honestly. But I have high hopes for the Pole Warper, because there's this new stat at the bottom that shows you the damage per second. And it has the highest damage per second so far that I've seen. Even better than the Mechworm. But we'll see. We'll see if that really makes a difference. So let's see. Magnetic devices which tear at foes by propelling themselves off their opposite counterparts. Incredibly dangerous. Summons a pair of floating magnets that repel each other and relentlessly swarm enemies. Alright, let's see how that looks. Looks very basic, honestly, but let's see how many we can actually make. We can make quite a few. Let's try it out against the Golem. Yeah, okay, honestly, this is even worse than the Corvid Harbinger staff. But honestly, I know I'm saying this just like in terms of raw damage, that they're kind of worse, but because Yaren moves so fast, and the Mechworm seems to be not great at catching fast targets, I'm guessing we might end up using the Endo Hydra staff because of its pretty much instantaneous damage. And it wasn't dealing bad damage. Or the Saros' Possession, actually, because this one had the damage that was most comparable to the Mechworm. Plus this one is very much homing. So all in all, we did get some pretty good upgrades. Yeah, honestly, I think Saros' Possession will definitely be the one that we're going to use. Because, yeah, homing, fast, overall very good. I think next episode we'll definitely be taking out Yaren. Plus I kind of like the way this weapon looks on us. I think that's going to be it for today. We're definitely getting close to the end now. I mean, we've got 3 bosses till the end, technically. The Eidolon Worm, I don't know if we actually have to fight that thing, because it used to not really be an official boss fight, but now it seems like they've tried to make it into an actual boss fight. So I don't know. I guess we'll fight that too. So that would leave us 4 bosses plus the boss rush if I'm feeling up for it. So this series is slowly coming to an end, which is good. You know, it was definitely stretching on a bit. Especially Malice mode has been wearing me down slowly. We're probably at I think we're like at 3,000 something deaths at this point. I really didn't think we would end up at 3,000 deaths. I think on the very first day that I tried Malice mode, I don't think it got into the video, but I made a joking statement that at the very worst we'd reach 1,000 deaths, and here we are at 3,000, and we're still not over. And we've got the hardest 4 bosses left, so yeah, well, we'll see. I'll definitely need help for Yaren because from the previous attempts we really were not going anywhere. But I guess we haven't tried it with this new upgraded stuff, so we'll see how that goes. But all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.